know it's been a few weeks since I posted the last video, but I've been that busy. So what am I going to be doing today? Right, well, I've had a new car, but I'm going to show you guys that in another video. Today's video is going to be about the hearse again. Now, I don't know if you saw the last videos regarding the hearse. We found some holes in the chassis. Well, today I'm going to have a go at welding. Now, I've never done this before. I've got a cheap welder. I've been to Machine Mart and I bought some bits and bobs. So hopefully I can just tack weld and patch everything up. So before I get on that, I'll just show you guys what kind of headache I've got underneath the hearse. So here we are underneath it. It's all jacked up. As you can see, we've got it on ramps, and so it's all safe. So of course I started grinding everything back, getting all the mud off. I haven't done over this side yet. We're just concentrating on this side because we took the petrol tank off, which is over. Well, you can just see the pipe there. So it looks pretty solid. It's all surface rust, but then we've got this big chassis leg, goes all the way, you know, it's connected up to these leaf springs. Of course, you're gonna have to have a brake rebuild, judging by that. So as I've been grinding everything back, you know, it's all surface rust, but I don't know if you can see on top, it's pretty solid there, pretty solid there. This is the back, and there you go. Look at that, rotten. Now, it's not structural, but it does need a plate on top of there. I know the camera looks as bad, but it's not that big. There's my hand, so it's not that big. But on further investigation, underneath the chassis leg, we've got a hole there. So that needs plating. It has been plated in the past. Here. That's not a hole, that should be there. Again, it's solid here, all the way. But as we get further down, again, got a bit of a hairline crack there. So it wants grinding back. And then over in the distance there, if you can see, got a few holes. They're not majorly big, but I only realised there were holes when I put the jack under, and the jack nearly went straight through. The main cross member is solid, and judging by the other side, that side of the chassis is solid. It's just, for some reason, the driver's side. So once they've been tacked and they look decent, we can then paint all this, put all new fuel lines on, put the petrol tank back on, start rebuilding the brakes and just cleaning them up. I'd love to take the body off the chassis, but we've got no room. A lot of it's just caked up in mud. I mean, it looks bad, but it's not. It's surface rust. It hasn't. I think being kept in a barn has helped it a bit. So that's what we're dealing with. So I'm going to clean a section up now, and then we can have a better look. So I've started making, well, it looks like a mess, but no, I've started to tack weld the chassis. Now all I'm using is this welder here. It's just a little, it's nothing decent, but it does the job. It's 130 amps, and it's a gasless one. So if you're not familiar with welders, you can have gasless ones like this, which is okay for body panels. Then you've got the gas ones, which I don't know really. Got more settings and better welds, but for what we're doing on this chassis, this is perfect. You buy the wild wire. So I've got 0.9 mild steel flux cord. Apparently you need the flux for gasless ones. Yeah, so I'll just spin you around and show you what I've done. So if you can just see there, it looks a mess, yes. And I know if you're a welder at home and you're watching this, you probably think, bloody hell. But I've never used a welder in my life. So I've tacked it to try and get the right settings. I've done test pieces and it was coming out okay, but it's got a lot of, I don't know, called bumps and stuff. So I'm going to grind that back and see if there's any holes and everything. But it's just tacking up, it's like that. So we've got that little hole. So I'm using 1mm plates, cut to a reasonable size and tack weld. At the end of the day, you're not going to see the chassis. It's not cracked and it's not bowing and off or anything like that. It just, and by the time it's painted, with all the under seal and everything, that'll help it. So yeah, I'm pleased with that, and hopefully it'll look a bit better when I've grinded it back. So I'm just gonna get the grinder and grind it all back, and I'll come back to you. So there you go, grinded it all. It's nice and smooth now. It's flush, so that'll be fine. That will. So right, we'll move on now, and we'll start plating. Since I've been grinding back, we've got the pinholes. That's all they are, pinholes. Then the odd bit there. So we'll just try and make it look a bit more better.
Style. Style is the answer to everything.
So this main chassis rail, it had a hole here, so I've tapped and welded. I've gone a bit trigger happy with the gun, so that just one's grinding back, but there's no hole there. There was holes just under here, and we've plated them, and I've grinded them back, and they were all right, they're solid. So there's that. Now I'm just working my way, if we can show you underneath. So these are the holes. And there was one there, and that's what I've plated up there. So all I'm doing is putting a piece of metal, tack welding around it, jobs are good. And the rest of the car, like I said in previous videos, is solid. It's just, for some reason, the driver's side of the hearse has taken the brunt for all the rot. So there's another plate I've put on. Again, that's all right. So I'm going to just jack the car up a bit more so we can get underneath. And I've just got 1, 2, 3, 4 holes left. And then all this and all underneath the body can be painted. So I'll just jack it up and then we'll go from there. So I've started painting one side of the hearse. Now I've got it. Get it off these ramps, as you see behind me. I've got a flat tyre on the back, on that side there. So I'm going to have to put them on skid plates, and then we're going to get her out the garage, turn her around, and face her back in. Then I can start grinding and stripping everything on the other side. I'll just show you now what I've done. So there you go, we've started painting the oxide on this side and started doing the chassis rails, but I haven't done over there. And then we started on the back there, so it's all clean. But while the car is out, I think I'm going to get the jet wash and try and get a majority of the dirt off on this side. And then all we've got to do is down on that side over there. But it's coming together slowly, so let's get her out. Right, so I've managed to turn her around and she's on axle stands now. I'll just show you, we've managed to get the jet wash. So as you can see, just crawl underneath now. So I'll give you a better insight. So that's what we're looking at. So you can see where I've done all the red. And now we've just got to do this side. Now I did get the jet wash all on the main compartment. And this side, surprising, isn't rotten. So it just wants grinding back and then painting. But you don't want to watch me paint, so we'll leave it at that. So yeah, I know it's a long-winded process, and I always said this project is going to take me a bit longer. So again, if you've enjoyed what you've seen, don't forget to give me a like, and you know, if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. I'm thinking about buying another project while I'm doing this project. I know I said at the beginning I'll show you my new car, but it's out at the moment, so I can't even show you that, but I'll do a video on my new daily driver, what I've had. And yeah, the next project, I don't know, don't quote me on there. I might get an old classic Mini. I think that'd be good for the channel. Everybody loves a Mini. If not, I might have the BMW Mini, like a Cooper S. But I don't know, I might. If you've been watching me, I always change my mind. I've been looking at Focus STs again. I like a hot hatch, but you know, we'll see. I'll have to see what comes available at the moment. Like I said, the second-hand car market, it's gone ridiculous, and cheap cars now are expensive, and expensive cars are stupid money. So you know, I've got to keep all you guys entertained, and not everybody wants to see me do an Austin Hearse. So yeah, I will get another project soon. So again, look after yourselves, and I'll see you again soon. Take care.